She ran. Forget tried. She ran without paying me.
And then what did you do?
I dragged her by her hood back into the salon until I can get paid, or, you know, until the police come, or until, you know, she let me take out the service.
So this is how we coming back from break, huh? Look at my blanket. Parce que... Hey, y'all are tripping. What up, everybody? I am the Mademoiselle, and this is my channel. Welcome back. As you guys already know, I took a nice little break, took 2 weeks off, no filming, no editing, no nothing. And I feel like I want to get back into it because I miss you guys. I'm a workaholic, and in general, filming does make me happy. It's the editing part where I'm just like, yeah, let's go lay back down. But anyhow, thank you guys so much for being there for me. Shout outs to everyone who's been checking in. And most importantly, shout outs for those of you guys on Patreon who have still been rocking with me. But as you guys can tell by today's title, we're going to be talking about the hairstylist who dragged a client for not paying for 4 hours worth of services. Now, I know a lot of you guys have probably already seen this. If you haven't, of course, we're going to go through it. But I do want to hear from you guys down below before we take a look at some footage. What do you think? Do you think the hairstylist was wrong? Or do you think the hairstylist was right? So for those of you guys who are unaware of this story, we're going to be talking about hairstylist Jayla Cunningham. She is 18. She is from Maryland. And she has built quite a business for herself, just strictly doing hair. She's really popular and well known on social media. And again, she's only 18. There's not many people out there that can become entrepreneurs, but most importantly, there's not many people out there that can make such a legitimate business at such a young age just off of doing hair. Unfortunately, a few weeks ago, there was an altercation that took place where a client came in post-service she allegedly did not pay. Now, I've heard so many different things from comments, from Jayla, from news sources, that it wasn't that the girl could not pay. It was that the payment was sent to the wrong Cash App. And shit just went left after that. Now, unfortunately, Jayla put hands on this girl, and she happened to be underage. This girl is only 15 years old, and she's literally being dragged from Maryland to Mexico over a payment that was made but was sent to the wrong Cash App.
Tonight, 18-year-old Jayla Cunningham is charged with second-degree assault. I talked to her exclusively moments ago. She says that she did not know that her client was 15 years old. Meanwhile, I also spoke to the 15-year-old's mother, and she says that her daughter is traumatized over what happened. This video has been viewed millions of times, and she says that her daughter is viral and did not want to be. Let's explain what happened. In the video that has more than 54 million views, you can see 18-year-old Jayla Cunningham dragging her 15-year-old client by the hooded sweatshirt, saying,
"Sit right here until somebody says it. I'm not you just try to right? You lucky I ain't you."
Jayla claims the 15-year-old was trying to leave without paying for the $150 service that included a weave with tracks. Jayla cutting the weave out of the teen's hair with scissors because she says the teen did not pay for the service.
Like, she was about to be gone. I feel like if I didn't do that, she would have been gone and I would have just never been paid.
But the 15-year-old's mother says Jayla also dragged her by her hair when she grabbed her hood, and says that her daughter accidentally sent the money to the wrong Cash App and was trying to pay Jayla.
It's just absolutely absurd. It's viral. It's all over the country.
And how is she dealing emotionally with this?
Emotionally, not good. Not good at all.
The family has hired the Jackson & Associates law firm to represent the 15-year-old in a civil lawsuit.
The video is horrendous. It's a 15-year-old girl. We're talking about someone's child here, a child who is being dragged across a salon floor by her jacket for over something as simple as a mistake.
And Jayla Cunningham says that she had no clue that she was charged. We brought it to her attention tonight. She says she heard it for the first time and that she has received death threats as a result of the viral video, so she has moved her hair salon to another location.
And that's where you bitches got it confused.
I didn't drag her over the misunderstanding / mistake. The mistake was fine. Like, what the fuck? She was in my shop for 45 minutes after the mistake. I just let her know that that mistake was on her and not me, so I still needed to get paid. And if I couldn't get paid, I don't have no other choice but to take her hair out. If I can't get my money, she can't have the service. She did not want me to take her hair out. She said, okay, I'm going to keep this style in. I don't want you to take the hair out. I'm going to find somebody to send it. Okay, I waited, y'all. Hours. Y'all acting like the mistake happened and then I chose to drag her ass. No, that wasn't the case. Once my next client came and I started getting that wig ready and like, you know, like I wasn't really paying that much attention to her because I was just waiting for somebody to send the money, she tried to run out the shop. That's when the drag happened because like, come back, send the money, boo, then you can leave. And if you cannot send the money, come to the wash, but I offer the wash and blow dry and everything. But by all means, they can do whatever they want. But just know, if they press charges, so will I. It's going to be charges filed on both of us. I didn't because, like, I really don't give a fuck. I'm going to make my money back. But if, you know, if it go to court, trust. I'm pressing my charges, too. Theft of services.
Insane, but I just wanted to hop on here and point out that there's a lot of people that are saying, well, they're in the same age bracket, right? 15, 18, 3 years apart, both teenagers. Yeah, but at the end of the day, in the United States of the Americas, when you're 18, you are considered a legal adult. Legit, that's why I stopped fighting at 18, because I knew I could be charged. It doesn't necessarily matter that they're only 3 years apart. That is a kid. And it's funny because people only like to recognize age differences and legalities when it's beneficial for them. At the end of the day, 18 is 18, and she put hands on a child, all right? Granted, she didn't know, and yeah, they're kind of in the same age bracket, but like, come on now. Like, Jayla seems to be somewhat, I don't want to say apologetic, but I guess she seems to understand what she did was wrong. But she is adamant that the girl tried to run out on the bill. She says that the girl got to the door and there's nowhere else. Like, you know how like there's some places, like some businesses where it's like you might have other places to go that's not really the exit, but it is the exit. Whatever the case may be, she feels like, you know, she headed towards the door because it's like steps, I guess. So it's steps and then the door leads to the outside. She goes up the steps and she starts running, or she's about to start running. So Jayla took it upon herself to take the girl, drag her by her hood, and drag her back inside until someone could come and, I guess, settle the balance.
I'm the sister of the 15-year-old that just got assaulted by the hairstylist. I'm speaking on her behalf because it's too traumatizing for her to even speak right now. First things first, the stylist said that she only accepts clients 18 and older, but in her policy it says 13 and up. Now, my sister never called me about this situation. I did not know until I seen it on social media.
All keep banging that age shit. I never knew how old she was. My book is how you got to be 18 and older to book with me. I didn't know that she was young.
Also, I'm 9 months pregnant. My baby was due literally the day she got her hair done, so I see why my sister didn't call me and didn't bother me about the whole situation. This is her booking site, y'all. She says that on her policy it's 18 and older, but right here it clearly states that she takes 13 and older. So this is where the misunderstanding came from. My sister had Apple Pay, thought she could pay on Apple Pay, but the girl only took Cash App. So she sent it to my brother to Cash App her. My brother ended up adding an extra Y and sent it to the wrong Cash App. This is a real person. She was on TikTok laughing about the whole situation, y'all. Now, the hairstylist is saying that doesn't matter, you know, run her money. In the midst of that, my brother and my mother thought that since the girl they sent the money to didn't accept the Cash App, that they could get the Cash App back and send it over to her. Now, in the midst of that, my sister's embarrassed. She got up. She wanted to talk on the phone in private. Now, am I saying my sister should have got up and walked out? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not justifying that. But you got to understand, she's 15. She's never been in a situation like this. What do y'all expect her to do?
And another thing, y'all keep saying, where's the footage of her leaving out? Y'all, I don't know how the fuck is no footage of y'all. Literally, I don't fucking know. And I'm going to add the messages from the lady I rent from because I don't have no access to the camera. Like, if I need something from the camera, I text her. And I text her, I'm gonna add these fucking messages. She literally said it only caught when I went to get the broom and then when I dragged her back in. But that shit don't make sense to me because even before, that situation, we was in the hallway the entire time. Like, once I was done her service, we was out of my suite. Nothing transpired in my suite. So I don't fucking know. She said it only captures motion, some shit like that. But it's like there was motion. Like, even with us walking out of the door, like, y'all see the camera starts with us coming back in. It's gotta be motion for us to be walking out. So I'm fucking confused on that part too.
You should maybe switch up how you conduct business and how you go about these practices?
As a business owner, yes. But I feel like in that moment, like I let the best get to me. But I do feel like I could have went about that way differently. But the only way it would have went differently if I just would have let her, just leave without paying me. And in that moment, I'm like, no, I need my money. Never knew her age the whole time. And because I was seeing people say, like, I was picking on her because her age. I only did that because her age, because she was smaller than me. First of all, she was actually bigger than me, even though I am older. And the father, like, he was, like, pulling out a gun and stuff. He's like, I'm going to be back. I'm going to be back.
She says no one has physically come back and assaulted her, but the young girl's sister, who's 9 months pregnant, did make a post on Instagram.
And my sister's embarrassed. She got up. She wanted to talk on the phone in private. Now, am I saying my sister should have got up and walked out? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not justifying that. But you got to understand, she's 15. She's never been in a situation like this. What do y'all expect her to do? My sister started walking towards the steps because, she was on the phone trying to figure out how to get the money to the stylist. In the midst of that, the stylist saw her walk out and began to start following her. At this point, it started scaring my little sister, so my sister started to walk. I'm not justifying the fact that she did that. Now, if she felt like my sister was about to run off, why couldn't she just lock the door? Why did you have to drag her? If my sister really wanted to run off, don't you think an Uber would be outside waiting, or somebody would be outside waiting on her? Nobody was there. My mother called the police. The police was there before my mother got there, so.
She also says that later that night, Cunningham charged the card she had on file for that security deposit.
After all of this, after she dragged my sister, after she cut my sister's hair, she still charged my mother card, y'all. So for all of that, she could have just charged the card from the giddy up.
I do have a question for you. You
Okay.
have a card number on file.
Yes.
You knew that. Could you have just charged her the $150 after it was all said and done?
Yes, that's what I did. But it's like, I remember I told you I cut her hair. So that's why I refunded it.
Before you cut her hair, maybe it could have been a good idea for you to be like, don't worry about cash apping me. I'll just charge the card that's on file.
Right. But with Acuity, that's the booking site. If somebody's card is locked, it's not going to go through. And I didn't even think it was locked or nothing. I genuinely thought she didn't have it. You get what I'm saying? That's why I didn't do it right in that moment. I'm like, if I can't get paid, you can't have the service. I probably would have just called the police on my end and just, like, I don't know, like, get her arrested. I'm not sure. I honestly don't know what I would have done. But it's like, I don't think I would have dragged her like that. It's like, Jayla, you're not a minor no more. Even though you was a couple months ago, you're literally not a minor no more.
Now, when she found out that the girl was 15, she did say that she would handle the situation differently. But we need to be fucking for real, right? We've talked so much about different beauty services on this channel, the scams and whatnot, and the, unprofessional service. And it doesn't necessarily matter how old the girl was. It makes it worse that the girl was 15. But you as a business owner should not, under any circumstances, put hands on a client. You as a human being, let's be real, you shouldn't be putting hands on anybody. But I already know how it is. I'm from the hood. I used to fight all the time. I get it, right? But business is business, right? And if a client refuses to pay for services, you call the police. That's literally how that goes. I feel like in general, people should not be doing services to minors whatsoever. And if you are, I feel like there has to be a legal guardian present, not not an older brother, older sister, auntie, none of that. Because next thing you know, it turns into a scrap match because them niggas getting down too. A legal guardian, a parent or a legal guardian should be with that kid. That's just my personal opinion. Like, I don't run services to minors like that. It's very rare. I don't even, like, personally, especially as a brand, I don't even have conversations with minors like that. Like, I'll keep it real short. Hey, I love your videos. Okay, thank you. Bye. Like, as soon as I catch wind that you under the age of 18, I'm not talking to you because I am not trying to get caught up. Anything can happen. That kid could say anything happen, and it just becomes a shit show. In this case, she legitimately put hands on that girl, so there's no doubt about it. The fact that she's a minor does make it worse, but her being a business owner and resorting to this type of violence is such an issue. And the fact that there were people out here defending this scared the hell out of me. I was like, yo, everybody keep talking about how Jesus coming back. I don't think so. I think Jesus done gave up on this because there's no way.
Yeah, y'all are insane. Y'all are clinically fucking insane if y'all are literally saying that the hairdresser is in the wrong. How is she in the wrong? Clearly, the girl is in the wrong because she ran off. You don't run off unless you know you're in the wrong. You don't run off if you already paid for your service. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't get it. Y'all are literally dismissing like emotional, like y'all dismissing that lady's emotions. That girl just tried her. That girl just played with her. Y'all dismissing the fact that, you know what I'm saying, like that girl didn't get paid.
So I just wanted to real quick talk about that hairstylist who dragged that 15-year-old girl back into her shop because she ran out. And now currently being charged with second-degree assault charges. All I'm gonna say is free my homegirl until it's backwards. Because am I the only one that's like not on this little girl's side? Like, am I the only one that's like she got what the fuck she deserved? No. Because I feel like everything that I'm seeing is painting this girl or the whole situation as something very innocent or something very like, oh, like she was young, she didn't know this and that. No, can we just be like very realistic for like 5 seconds? Now, this may be my minuscule bias because I do hair, but the girl not listening to her instructions or her website to begin with already is a...
That people are saying, they're like, oh, I understand the stylist. What is there to understand? What is there? She didn't pay for her service. The service was $150. And she took it upon herself to drag, like, you about to beat somebody up over $150. You want to lose your freedom over $150? Like, there's so much discourse about this. And the fact that before the details came out that she was A, 15, B, that she actually did pay and it went to the wrong Cash App, and C, you know, all these other interviews and stuff came out with her. There were so many people that were saying that they agreed with the course of action. This is our problem as Black people. Slavery instilled the act of violence upon us. Some way, somehow, throughout the generations, we deem it fit to resort to that course of action for simple shit. And that's an issue. Like, even when I was fighting, I'm going to fight you over disrespect before I'll fight you over money. Like, I feel like money can always be made. It's something that comes and goes, but time, respect, stuff like that. Like, I ain't going to hold you. Fighting over the principle makes more sense than fighting over money. And even that's a toxic viewpoint, right? Like, I'm not about to get my ass locked up because somebody said something to me that I ain't like. Here's why I stopped fighting, you feel me? But it's just like, people need to really like get it together. Like, the fact that there's grown people on these posts talking like, oh yeah, I understand. Yeah, it makes sense. None of that shit makes sense. Like, that shit is disgusting. It is problematic and it is insane. Okay. It is insane that you would think otherwise. Like, it's bad. It's not that's not one of those things, oh, you should have a personal opinion about. Like, it's just fucking wrong. Like, I feel like, I mean, there's certain things like you can have an opinion. There's certain things where you can play devil's advocate, but like you put hands on somebody over $150 that they did pay that didn't get to you, etc., etc. Like, that shit is not okay and it will never be okay. And unfortunately, now Jayla has caught a charge. This is a whole thing now. Lawyers have gotten involved and it's going to be up to a court to decide whether or not Jayla is going to uphold that charge or maybe face some jail time. And honestly, when I first heard about this story, I was like, all right, honestly, I hope she learned her lesson. I don't know, but since the family pressed charges, I'm not going to hold you. I hope she gets some sort of consequences besides the legal ramifications as well as the financial ramifications of all of this, because now she's going to have to pay for a lawyer. She's going to have to miss days of doing hair, which is going to cost money. So I feel like she needs more of a lesson. Besides that, because this is not the first time she's engaged in combat at work. Okay, like this is not the first time. From what I understand, Jayla claims that she had a situation like this before where a grown woman swung on her because she didn't want to pay for services. Not Jayla, the person. Like the client swung on her because the client didn't want to pay for services and they ended up getting into a tussle. Honestly, for all of the ghetto girls out there, okay, we here, okay? All the hood birds, we here. I get it. When you start a business, when you get an education, when you start doing professional services for people, there's a level of decorum that you have to uphold. I will never in my life say if someone hits you, don't hit back. But at the same time, when you sit here and you engage in this and then you post that shit, it's not like the 15-year-old ran to TikTok and started running her mouth. She sat here and reposted this shit like she was about to get some brownie points, which she did. I mean, people were agreeing with her. People were saying they agreed with her method of retrieving the funds. But what y'all need to understand is like, bitch, you thought that you did something. Like, sis, come on, bro. You thought you ate. You thought you ate by dragging this 15-year-old girl and then posting it on TikTok, thinking that people were going to like applaud you. Again, which people did. But now this shit has bit you in the ass because the family is now pursuing charges, and now you're going to lose even more money.
And she did post it. Mind you, this has occurred before. She has apparently put hands on clients before. But then people want to defend her saying, oh, well, she just got triggered because people have run out on her before. Girl, if I put hands on every person that ever triggered me, I would be under the jail. I would be in Alcatraz. Are you kidding me? Like, it gets to a point. It gets to a point where people just want to fight all the time to make content. And I'm like, if that's your goal in life, to fight and make content, and that's how you want to be famous, I don't think that's a dream. I think that's a product of generational trauma and what the system has done to our people. But you know what? Far be it for me to judge. Like, go ahead. My dream is to personally promote Black women in horror and fantasy stories. But I mean, I guess we all have different paths in life, and that's okay. I just need people to be a little bit more cognizant of the shit that they're doing and putting online. Because why do you think people want to come get their hair done by you if all you do is put hands on your clients? I hate to say this, but you don't see white people doing that shit. You don't see that shit. You don't make money by abusing your clientele. I mean, white people still make money doing that, but that's besides the point.
This bitch just tried to run off. The fuck? Bitch, pay me. You tripping?
Yeah, I just literally dragged this bitch.
This bitch tried to run up the steps out the door. I chased her ass out the door and dragged her ass down these steps back in this shop. Bitch, you gonna pay me. You tripping. Sit right here and see somebody send it. I'm not fucking playing. Yeah, she don't want me to take her hair out. She don't want to pay me. What the fuck? No, bitch, your whole face is gonna be on this.
Yeah, she gonna find out when I get there.
I don't get no fucks. I ain't finding out shit on bro. I'm gonna call my uncle right now. Your ass to get left here. She don't want me to take her hair out. She's going to say to manager, she's calm and she's still calm. I'm calm. And that's crazy. Y'all would think I'm not, but I was. Like, I'm just like, just imagine my other client, she did to witness the shit. Like, she like, what the fuck? She was like, I just saw you on TikTok saying, I'm like, yeah, I can't believe it happened again. Like, I would have never thought I'd go through that again. But it kind of wasn't the same situation, but still, it's just like, what the fuck? So, boom. And then, like, 20 minutes later, boom, 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 I hear something banging at the door. I'm thinking, like, maybe she called her peoples or something, and they about to try to, like, bum rush me and get her out of here. But that still wasn't going down. Because, like, pay me. If y'all all can put up right here, like, why can't y'all all put up the money to pay me? I'm confused. Like, that issue was on y'all end. Why y'all didn't send the cash out to me and verify? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I just be feeling like I just be getting played with. But it wasn't her people. It was the police. And at that point, I'm like, let me call, the lady who I rent from. I did already call her after I dragged her back in the shop. I called her, let her know. Because y'all know when I went through there, it was a lot going on the last time. So I called her, let her know what was going on. But she ain't really give a. And I called her back once the police here. Because I'm like, what you want me to do? The police is at the door. The door is locked. But what you want me to do? She like, don't do nothing. You stay in there and I'm on my way. I'm like, okay, cool. So it's like, maybe like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, she says she here. I'm like, all right, mind you, nobody still never sent the money. So once I woke upstairs, she can follow me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I knew she about to leave. So I'm like, come on, I'm taking your hair out. Like, I'm not even asking no more. So, and I never moved from in front of the door because, like, you're not about to leave. So I got my other client. I'm like, go get me some scissors out my top drawer. Go get the scissors. Because I wanted to, like, literally wash it. Like, bitch, I'll give you a whole wash and blow dry. You just not about to keep that style now. You get what I'm saying? So she wasn't trying to do that. She wasn't going to sit in there and wash those. So I got the scissors and I started cutting the tracks. But mind you, she's like fighting me. Like, no fist was ever thrown. She didn't hit me. I didn't hit her. I only dragged her. But what the fuck I was about to say? So she's like, moving and shit so I can barely cut. But I was snipping as much as I could. Like, I cut a lot of the back and then I pulled those. She got like the little 3-part with the bun and the little flares. I pulled the bun off and cut a lot of the back as much as I could. And I'm like, all right, now you can go. Go ahead. Like, I don't even, but like, once we go up there, the police like, what's going on? What's going on? I tell them what's going on. And mind y'all, once we got upstairs, this perfect. Like, she became a whole different, now I can, because at this point, she did, because she became a whole different person. Like, she trying to fight me now. She yelling all this rah-rah. Like, I'm like, what the like, I'm like, I don't even care a fuck no more. Like, y'all can go. Like, just go ahead. Like, I already fucked up the style. Like, what you paying me for now? You can't do nothing with the style or something. Like, I don't give a I don't want to file no charges. I don't want to do none of that. Just go ahead. And my client was with me the whole time. So I'm like, girl, come on.
Said right, she's the one that put all of this out there. It's not like the girl came out going off or saying, oh my God, this, TikTok hairstylist, like beat me up. Like, no, she's the one that was sitting here posting a lot of different content. Like, there's so many videos, but this video is already getting way too long for what it is. Like, there's so much content of her talking to the situation, trying to justify herself, answering questions. And it's like, I don't think she understands that this is not going to look good for her in court. Like, you're literally, I don't want to say bragging, but like, you're out here like just promoting the fact that you had to put hands on a client. That is not normal behavior. And just like that other girl in the last TikTok said, you don't see white people doing this. And I hate that type of like verbiage. And I hate when people say that, because at the end of the day, we Black, we not white, but it fits for this case. You really don't be seeing white service providers go through these same types of issues. Like, being a Black person is a special type of experience, and that's okay. And unfortunately, in this instance, it is something that we have to think about. Like, why is it that we as a people always resort, not always, but a lot of times resort to violence when it comes to getting our way or trying to prove a point? Like, that is not okay whatsoever. It doesn't really matter what the circumstances were. Assault is assault. And now there's proof of the assault everywhere. Fighting, putting hands on people over $150 is going to cost you way more than you will ever think. The legal process is long. It's drawn out. Lawyers cost money. Okay, so the fact that she thinks that it was okay to even do that is a problem in itself. And that's the only reason that I'm saying she needs legit consequences other than just, getting a slap on the wrist. Like, I don't think she needs to be locked up. But I feel like she got to do some probation. So you feel like it got to be something. Like, first of all, she should have been arrested. That's a kid. Like, she literally beat up a kid. Well, okay. See, this might sound a little toxic. She ain't necessarily beat her up. But, like, yeah, she dragged her by her hood. That's traumatizing. I can't even imagine how that 15-year-old feels. And see, she got the right one, because now these new 15-year-olds, especially the 15-year-olds that I was teaching, they would have went back to back with her. Like, you would have caught the wrong one. How about if she would have pulled out a weapon? How about if she would have literally fought you back in one? What if, anything could have happened? And it's just insane that at this grown age, okay, 18 ain't that grown, but it's grown enough to know that you shouldn't be putting hands on people, especially during business transactions. It's sad that at this big age, you're sitting here justifying it, right? It is weird that there are people that are grown as hell in comment sections defending what she did. But I will say, right, to play devil's advocate, because I always have to give both sides, I think it is also traumatizing for business owners to do a service for hours, days, what have you, and not be paid for it. And it's been a very common occurrence lately for people to do that. People to run out on bills, people to just blatantly not pay for services, people to get invoices and just not pay them. So I do feel for a lot of business owners. I'm a business owner, right? I have 2 businesses right now. And personally, I don't think I've ever, no lies, I've had sponsors try to play that bullshit with me of not paying. Hence why typically I always ask for 50% upfront just in case. But it does hurt. Like that time and that energy you put into something that is a craft, that is a skill, and people sit here and they play in your face. It's so fucking irritating, right? Hence why, like, even when people hit me up for collaborations or whatever, I'm like, know what the fuck you want and know what you're doing before you hit me up. That's why I don't do collaborations with other YouTubers. If you're not my friend, I'm not collabing with you, because to be quite honest with you, a lot of these fuckers just be wasting time, and time is money. I don't have time to be out here going back and forth with niggas that don't know what they want to do, telling me they want to collab, but then asking me to come up with the idea. You came to me. Don't ask me if I want to collab and then you don't know what you want to do. Like, I don't have time for that. I'm not going to be part of the collaboration process, because when you reach out to someone, and you want to do something, okay? I'm talking about business. I'm talking about hair. I'm talking about nails. I'm talking about anything. You should know what you want to do. You don't go to the hair salon and be like, oh, I don't really know what I want to do. Just do my hair. No, you have a plan. And it's the same thing for business. Don't go approaching niggas like, hey, I want to work with you. Okay, to do what? What is the plan? How much is it? Whatever the case may be. That's how business should go. And when it doesn't go that way, you call the cops, okay? Because niggas got to pay you, or you file a lawsuit, right? Because you have to be paid for your services. And it is absolutely insane. Like lately, it's been like rampant where people are just sitting here getting their hair done, getting their nails done, buying stuff, well, not even taking stuff, running out of stores. All types of shit has been happening. So I completely understand why a lot of business owners are on edge. However, there's a way to conduct yourself as a business owner that is not ghetto, that is not hood, that is acceptable for these types of situations.
Lip gloss. Okay, but you still have to pay for the service. I'm not paying for shit. That's the thing. No, you have to pay, babes. Unless we're gonna fight, because... Well, then we could get it on. We could get it on. I don't have no issue.
But I thought you said you liked them.
You know what? Just take the $20.
I can't take $20.
Just take the $20.
I can't
just take the $20.
My website also said starting prices.
No, you're gonna, well, I owe you. I had to pay the babysitter. I had to catch an Uber over here. Then I gotta pay for, it's a lot of, look, I gotta pay for a taxi. And this is all that I have for now. And I can owe you.
You were also like 20 minutes late. So
well,
I didn't even charge you the late fee.
I had to drop the baby off at daycare. It was a little bit of a traffic jam.
So
I can't get a Mother's Day discount. It's this one. This one's Cricket.
I could discount you $5, so I can do $145. But I'm gonna have to take these off if you don't want them.
How am I gonna pay you if the service is not
because
done?
You have a nasty attitude, and I'm not going to continue.
No, this is personal.
You were late.
This is not business.
Okay, you were late at 9:01. It's personally because this is my studio. So if you are not going to pay me, I'm not going to finish your hair.
Listen, I'm not gonna argue. If you could just.
So I'm not gonna finish your hair. You have to pay me first.
Okay, how much do you want? I'll give you a part of it, but I'm not going to give you all of it until it's done. How much? Yeah.
Okay, so you can pay me $150 and I'll finish your hair.
No, I can't pay you $150.
Okay, ma'am, so get up and go where you're going. Let me take these out because I'm not gonna.
I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Do you think that Jayla was right? Do you think that she was wrong? What do you think should be the suitable punishment? I personally feel like she should get some sort of probation or something so she doesn't do this again, because from what I understand, it seems to be something that she does where she thinks it's okay to put hands on niggas. So to be quite honest with you, I think that's what should happen. I do feel like really bad for that 15-year-old. So my heart does go out to you. And I really do hope that you're okay. With that being said, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Read the description box for everything you guys always ask me about. I do have multiple channels. Those are going to be linked down below as well. Get your merchandise. This is my favorite blanket in the shop. And yeah, thank you guys so much for everyone who has supported me. And yeah, shout out to those guys who have supported me already by buying something in the merch shop. Join the Patreon for early access as well as exclusive content. And I'm going to see y'all next time.